Customers often add items to their wish list but forget to convert those wishlisted items into orders. After analyzing the data of more than 26,000 customers, we noticed that on an average, for every 100 wishlisted items, only 5 of them get purchased. So, how can you make sure that the wishlist engagement on your site actually turns into revenue? The good news is that you've already captured valuable customer data through the wishlist tab. Now, we just need to capitalize on that intent by setting up a wishlist winback flow that reminds your shoppers of these wishlisted items along with an incentive that they would not want to deny. The goal is simple. We want you to recover revenue from these idle wish lists and ultimately lift your conversions. We can set up this flow using our nudge triggers that let you segmentize your wishlist data and personalize communication by adding dynamic wishlist data into your flows. Don't worry if this sounds technical, we'll walk through this step by step now. As a prerequisite, make sure that you've integrated the Wishlist Plus app with Klaviyo, or if you're using some other customer data platform, you can also set this up using our default service provider. For this video, we'll use Klaviyo as an example. Let's now walk through the steps to implement this. First, we need to come up with your wishlist winback strategy, and to do that, it'll be good to answer a few questions. Like, would you want to include a discount code for your wishlist users? Since we're setting up a wishlist winback flow, we highly recommend including an incentive to excite and encourage these customers to purchase. Or if you have your summer sale or your BFCM sale coming up, you could also think of giving VIP treatment and early access to your wishlist users long before the sale to encourage them to purchase. Next, we need to finalize the date and time of the sends, and finally, the segment of wishlist users you want to hit up. As a pro tip, I would recommend hitting up the last 90 days wishlist users with unpurchased items in their wishlist and then expanding that range gradually to last 120 days and 180 days in future sends to see what drives the best conversions without hurting your deliverability. Finally, you can also decide if you want to have a multi-channel strategy with both emails and SMSs as part of the same winback flow. Next, it's time to create an incentive. For this video, I'm going to stick to a static coupon code, but feel free to add a dynamic coupon code to restrict code abuse and give the users an exclusive feeling with a unique code. So to do this, I'm going to head over to Shopify right now and create my discount code. As you can see, I'm on Shopify right now and I'm on the discount section. I'm just going to click on create discount on the top right, and I'm going to click on amount of order. Let's give this a name, say wish granted 25. Let's decide the percentage of the discount. Let's also make sure that we are limiting the use to 1 use per customer so that there's lesser code abuse. And finally, let's click on save date. The code has been successfully created now. Now that the coupon code is set up, it's time to get our hands dirty and set up the actual flows. We need to design some catchy templates along with a strong copy and call to action, all aligning with the winback theme. To do that, I'm going to head over to a customer data platform, Klaviyo in this case. As you can see, I'm on Klaviyo right now and I'm on the flows section. I'm just going to click on create flow right now. Click on build your own and give this a name. It's time to select the trigger for the flow. Keep in mind that the Swym digest trigger that usually powers our nudge capability, it won't be directly available for your account. So feel free to hit up your CSM to enable this trigger for your account. Let's click on confirm and save to finalize our trigger. And now it's time to set up the emails and SMSs for our wishlist winback strategy. For this video, we're going to be giving our wishlist users early access to our BFCM sale and give them enough time to make that purchase. So we'll be setting up 3 emails and 1 final SMS that'll be spread over 14 days right before BFCM. We'll also ensure that with each follow-up, we're only hitting up folks who haven't ordered yet. So let's now quickly set up the high-level structure for the flow along with the necessary conditions. We're using conditional split to ensure that customers who haven't yet ordered only receive follow-up emails and not the rest. I'm just going to quickly replicate the time delay and the conditional split for all the emails and SMS in the flow now. Let's also make sure that customers who have given us the consent only get these emails and SMSs. So I'm just going to head over to each email and SMS and add an additional filter to ensure that customers who have given us consent only receive the communication. I also want to remove smart sending for the first and the last communication in this flow so that it reaches as many customers as possible. And now that the structure is set up, let's proceed with setting up the actual templates. For this video, I'm just going to set up one template, but you can easily tweak the copy and replicate the process for the other emails. Let's start off with the subject line in the preview text. And now let's select the template itself. Just going to proceed with one of Klaviyo's templates here. Let's select this one. Click on Use Template. And now let's customize the template. I'm just going to copy paste a few lines here for the banner. Make sure to enter your logo and other header details. Let's refine the copy here a little bit. And make sure to enter the coupon code here correctly. If you're using a dynamic code, Klaviyo has a specified format for entering that, so make sure you follow that. Now it's time to add dynamic wishlist data to the template so that customers can be reminded of their wishlisted items. So to do that, let's add a section first. Let's add a table. Let's make sure that the table is dynamic. Now let's enter the row collection and the alias. If you don't understand this fully, that's completely all right. You will soon see why adding this makes sense. So for now, just stick to the format. Let's change the order here a little bit. And let's click on Preview and Test to get the dynamic wishlist data and add that into our template. So let's copy the image URL attribute. Click on Select Image here. Click on Dynamic Image and paste it. Now remember, we already added the row collection and the alias, so we just need to use the alias here. So click on type product.image URL and click on Save. We need to do the same thing for your text as well. So I want to be able to add the wishlisted product name as well as their price and link it to the wishlist product. So we need 3 attributes in total. So we'll just add that right now. So click on Preview and Test. We'll start off with the product name, copy it, paste it here. Add the alias. Next, we'll add the price. Add the alias. Finally, let's also copy the product URL and link it here. And now let's preview the overall email. As you can see, the wishlisted items are showing up here along with the product name and the price. Let's add a dollar symbol to ensure the currency is here. And let's remove the unwanted sections from our template. And that's it. You can do a final preview and test and send a test email to your inbox. And if everything is working fine, you can go on to publish this template. Double check the sender details and click on review and turn on. That's it. Once you've done this for all the templates in your flow, you'll be good to go. The brands that have implemented this have achieved a conversion rate as high as 1.07%, which is 2x higher than Klaviyo's benchmark for such flows. It's time for you to dive in. Hit up your CSM to get this set up for your account at no additional cost. Happy selling!